السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
في ساحة للعلم كنا نلتقي، والحب والإخلاص زاد قلوبنا، نمضي إلى نور اليقين ونرتقي قمم الفلاح وتاجنا.
Please subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you. Today is for grade 4. 9 story. To have a look at the vocabulary.
Module 9. Story 1. Vocabulary. Stalk. Beak. Jar. Delicious.
Again, listen again. Listen and repeat.
Module 9. Story 1. Vocabulary. Stalk.
Stalk,
Beak.
beak,
Jar.
jaw,
Delicious.
delicious. Stalk, طائر اللقلق أو اللقلق. Beak, beak, منقار. Jaw, delicious. The ice cream is delicious. I have a story. It's Mr. Fox and Mr. Stork. As you can see, they are friends. And they invite each other. يدعون بعضهم بعضا for dinner, for meals. Today we want to answer a question. Why did Mr. Fox invite Mr. Stork for dinner? Why? So we are going to listen to answer this question. As you can see from the pictures, they are friends, they are having a meal here. Picture number 2. The fox is eating, but the stork is not eating. Here the stork is leaving. Here the stork invited Mr. Fox to his house. Mr. Stork is eating, but Mr. Fox is not eating. We're going to see. Listen.
2. Read and answer. Why did Mr. Fox invite Mr. Stork to dinner?
Mr. Fox and Mr. Stork. Mr. Fox and Mr. Stork were good friends. One day, Mr. Fox said to Mr. Stork,
"Let's have dinner at my house."
Okay,
said Mr. Stork.
"I'm going to play a joke on Mr. Stork,"
Mr. Fox thought.
"I made the most delicious soup in the world,"
said Mr. Fox. There were 2 dishes of hot soup on the table. Mr. Fox started eating, but Mr. Stork didn't eat any soup.
my beak is very long. I can't eat the soup in this dish.
Mr. Stork thought.
I have to go now, but let's have dinner at my house tomorrow.
Mr. Stork said, and then left.
"That was fun,"
said Mr. Fox. The next day, Mr. Fox went to Mr. Stork's house. Mr. Fox said,
"I'm hungry. Do I smell fish? I'm hungrier now."
Then Mr. Fox saw 2 tall jars on the table.
"I can't eat the fish in this jar,"
Mr. Fox thought. Mr. Fox said,
"I see. I played a joke on you. Now you're playing a joke on me. I'm sorry."
It's okay. I'm going to bring a different dish for you,
said Mr. Stork.
Thank you.
Said Mr. Fox.
So, why did Mr. Fox invite Mr. Stork to dinner? Who can say? Me, sir. To play a joke on him. Yeah, to play a joke, to have fun. What did Mr. Fox cook? Mr. Fox cooked hot soup. Could Mr. Stork eat? No, it couldn't. Why? Because his beak was long. He couldn't eat from the dish. Mr. Stork has got a long beak, so he couldn't eat from the dish. Next day, what did Mr. Stork cook? Mr. Stork cooked fish. Where did he put the fish? He put the fish in two tall jars. Could Mr. Fox eat? No, he couldn't. What did Mr. Fox say? He said he was sorry. He apologized. اعتذر. He said, I played a joke on you, and now you are playing a joke on me. I'm sorry. He apologized. اعتذر. So Mr. Stork brought him a new dish, so as to be able to eat, حتى يستطيع الأكل. So, what do we learn from this story? We shouldn't play jokes on our friends. يجب أن لا نلعب يعني نكات أو مقالب على أصدقائنا. Yeah, thank you. Now, we have some questions. Read again and complete the sentences using one word. يعني نكمل جملة باستخدام كلمة واحدة. Number 1. Mr. Fox wanted to play on Mr. Stork. He wanted to play me, sir. Yeah, a joke. Thank you. Good. Number 2. Mr. Stork could not eat the soup because his was very long. His, who can say? Yes, sir. His beak. Yeah, beak. منقاره طويل. Number 3. Mr. Stork invited Mr. Fox to his house for what? For dinner, sir. Dinner. For dinner. Thank you. Mr. Stork put the fish in two tall, yes sir, jars, yeah. Thank you. Mr. Stork brought a different, what did he bring? He brought a different, me sir, yes, different dish. Yes, fantastic boys. Now, the vocabulary of we have met at the beginning of the lesson. We have 4 vocabulary, 4 words: delicious, stork, jar, beak. We want to find them. Me, sir. Number 1, delicious. Yes, thank you. Delicious. Delicious. Number 2, jar. Yeah. Number 3, beak. Stalk. Yes, thank you. Let's write them here. Delicious, jar, stalk, beak. Thank you. Reached to the end of our lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. الأندلس الابتدائية.